The Adventure of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Khanittha Srirat. Chapter 4. Tom is ill. Monday morning for Tom Sawyer, Miss 11. Monday morning always found him so because it began another week's slow suffering in school. Tom lay in bed thinking. He wished that he was ill, then he could stay away from school. He thought that he could detect signs of stomachache and begin to encourage them with considerable hope, but they soon grow faint and die away. He considered further. Suddenly, he discovered something. One of his upper teeth was loose. This was lucky. He was about to close when it occurred to him that if he said so, his aunt would pull it out and then would hurt. Then he remembered hearing the doctor speak about the patient who has spent 2 or 3 weeks in bed and who had nearly lost a finger through blood poisoning. So the boy anxiously drew his soul from under the seat and held it for inspection. Then he began going louding. But she slept on unconscious. Tom grew louder and fainted, that he began to feel pain in a toe. There was no result from this. By this time, Tom was bleeding heavily with his efforts. He had a leak and walked and then swelled himself up and produced one admirable gown after another. She slept on. Tom was annoyed. He called, "Sit, sit," and shook him. This worked well, and Tom began to groan again. Sid yawned, stretched, and then began to stare at Tom. Tom went to groaning. "Tom, I say, Tom," Sid said. There was no reply. "Here, Tom, Tom, what's the matter, Tom?" Sid took him and looked in his face anxiously. "Oh, don't, Sid, don't shake me," Tom moaned. "Why, what's the matter, Tom? I must call Auntie." "No, never mind. It will be over soon. For laugh, don't call anybody." "But I must. Don't cry out so, Tom. It's awful. How long have you been like this?" "House? Oh, don't take me, it, Sid. You will kill me." Tom waited. "You wake me sooner." "Oh, Tom, don't. It makes me feel queer to hear you. What's the matter, Tom?" "I forgive you everything, Sid. Everything you ever done to me when I did." "Oh, Tom, you aren't dying, are you?" "Don't, Tom, oh, don't for laugh." "I forgave everybody, Sid. Tell them so, and Sid, give me window frame and my cat with one eye to that new girl who has come to town, and tell her." But Sid had snatched up his clothes and gone. So well was Tom's imagination working that he was really suffering now. His groans had quite an generous tone. Sid flew downstairs. "Oh, Aunt Polly, come! Tom dying!" he cried. "Dying?" "Yes, don't wait. Come quickly. Love, please. I don't believe it. But she looks up there in spite of her disbelief, which set Mary and her heels, and her face grew white too, and her lips trembled. When she reached and begged, she gazed up. Oh, you don't you? So all this hurrying was because you thought you would manage to stay away from school and go finish. Tom, I love you so, and you seem to try every way you can to break my old heart with your stick. By this time, this men were ready. The old lady made one end of the silk thread face of Tom's tooth and tied the other to the bedpost. Then she ceased, and burning cold and suddenly thirst is almost in the boy's face. The tooth hung from the bedpost now, but all suffering have their rewards. As Tom was going to school after breakfast, he was envy of every boy he met, because the gap in his upper lobe to teeth enabled him to speak in a new and admirable way. Soon afterwards, Tom met his young outcast of the village, Huckleberry Finn, the son of town drunk. Huckleberry was head of dress by all the mother of the town because he was idle, lawless, ill-bred, and bad, and because all their children around him delighted in his forbidden society and wished they dared to bury him like the rest of respectable boys. Tom and White had his care of the freedom, so he paid with him every time he got a chance. Huckleberry was always dressed like a squirrel. He came and went of his own free will. He slept on doorsteps, in fine weather, and in empty barracks in which he did not have to go to school or the chance of or call anyone master or obey anybody. He could go finish or swimming when and where he chose, and stay along as it suited him. Nobody forbade him to fight. He could sit up and lay as he pleased. He was always the first boy to walk barefoot in the spring and the last to first wear shoes again in autumn. He never has to wash or put on clean clothes. He clothed so wonderfully, in a word, that boy and everything that helps to make life delightful. So thought every respectable to inestimable. Hello, Huckleberry. What's that you have got? Asked Tom. Hello, dead cat. Let me see how stiff it is. What's a dead cat good for, Huck? For curling what? But how do you curl them? Why, you take the cats about midnight to a graveyard, where somebody that was weak has been curling. When it's midnight, they will become, or perhaps 2 or 3. But you can see them. You can only hear something like a whine, or perhaps hear them talking. When they talking that weak follow away, you go your cat after the say. They will follow body. Cat follow devil was follow cat. I have finished with you. that will carry any words. Chapter 4. Tom is ill. Monday morning found Tom Sawyer, Miss 11. Monday morning always found him so because it began another week's slow suffering in school. Tom lay in bed thinking he wished that he was ill, then he could stay away from school. He thought that he could detect signs of stomachache and began to encourage them with considerable hope, but they soon grew faint and died away. He considered further. Suddenly, he discovered something. One of his upper teeth was loose. This was lucky. He was about to close when it occurred to him that if he said so, his aunt would pull it out and then would hurt. Then he remembered hearing the doctor speak about the patient who has spent 2 or 3 weeks in bed and who had nearly lost a finger through blood poisoning. So the boy anxiously drew his soul to from under the seat and held it for inspection. Then he began going louding. The boy shifted. When Tom left the little school, he marched boldly in as if he had come as fast he could. The teacher was nodding amazed at the harm of study. The interruption lost him so much sorrow. Tom knew that when his name was pronounced in full, it made trouble. Sir, come here now. Why are you late again as usual? Tom was about to write when he saw 2 long tails of yellow hair hanging down from a head that recognized, and by the hairs was the only unkempt seat on the girls' seat of the school. He instantly said, I stopped to talk with Huckleberry friends. The teacher stared at him if he could not believe his ears. The harm of student cats. The public will guess whether this boy has gone mad. The teacher said, You did what? I stopped to talk with Uncle Barry friends. The boy's words were quite distinct and could not be misunderstood. Tom Sawyer, this is the most astounding confession I have ever listened to. You deserve a severe punishment. Take off your coat. The stick rose and fell until the teacher's arm was tied. Then the order followed. Now, sir, go and sit with the girls, and let it be a warning to you. When all the public laughed, Tom seemed to look ashamed, but in reality that look was caused by his worship of the unknown angel and by his amazement and his luck. He sat down upon the edge of the bench, and the girl hurriedly moved away from him. Tom sat still. It seemed to study his book. Soon the other children ceased to pay any attention to him and exclaimed. School murmur rose upon and drew air once more. Presently, the boy began to steal glance at the girl. She observed him, who faced at him, and turned the back of her head to him for a minute. When she paused, Tellius looked round again. He was drawing something at the back of his book. He did his work with his left hand. For some time the girl refused or noticed, but at last he his tranquilly whispering, "Let me see it." Tom uncovered a weak drawing of a house with a close trail of smoke coming from the chimney. Then he added a man light a match in the front yard. The girl said, "I wish I could draw." "It's easy," whispered Tom. "I will teach you." "Oh, will you? When?" "At dinner time." "Good, that's a promise." "What's your name?" "Becky." "Teacher, what's your?" "Oh, I know, it's Thomas Sawyer." "That's the name they use when they with me. I'm Tom. When I am good, call me Tom. Will you?" "Yes." Just at this moment a finger and thumb closed on his ear and led him to his fate. He was led across the school room and sat down in his own seat amid laughter of the whole school. Then his teacher finally moved sway to his chair without saying a word. But although Tom's ear burning, his heart was sinking.